When I pull up, it's like paper in a trash can. Handle life all black like I'm Batman. Dribble too much, ooh, who is that, man? Put your name and your ankles on a hashtag. This too easy, it's like shooting on a trash can. Woo!
Hey. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to start talking these tracks when I'm gone. You still hear me talking, I ain't gonna lie. Had these maddest. Hey. No friends, I be chillin' alone. Don't be hitting my phone. Baby fakes, I can see they the clones. Don't need them, did it all on my own. Worked hard, had to get in my zone. Get in my zone, get in my zone. Baby weak, they ain't taking a throne. Glowed up, had to get in my zone. No friends, I be chillin' alone. Don't be hitting my phone. Baby fake, I can see they the clones. Don't need them, did it all on my own. Worked hard, risky, I'm raising the stakes. They moving iffy, they can't fishy. Young and in charge, so I'm seeing them envy. Not with the talking, I'm not with the pity. Need a it don't gotta be Nikki. Swear that I feel like the POTUS. I need me a Lotus. I'm not really fond of the Bentley. Nobody hotter, you notice, cause all of them bogus. You shouldn't tip me. I see my power, feel like I'm 50. I'm a devourer, that is a Fendi. I got them sour, still you a. They want me slipping, they want me to fall. Feel like I'm pimping, I'm standing in tall. I'm on a mission and finish them all. Special edition, I got them appalled. No friends, I be chilling alone. Don't be hitting my phone. Baby fakes, I can see they the clones. Don't need them, did it all on my own. Worked hard, had to get in my zone. Get in my zone, get in my zone. Baby weak, they ain't taking a throne. Glowed up, had to get in my zone. No friends, I be chilling alone. Don't be hitting my phone. Baby fake, I can see they the clones. Don't need them, did it all on my own. Worked hard, had to get in my zone. Get in my zone, get in my zone. Baby weak, they ain't taking a throne. Glowed up, had to get in my zone. None of you next to me, this is my specialty.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown San Antonio, Texas. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Russell is out there with Davis. Then there's Frazier. And it's Durant. And it's Bryant in at the 2 guard. And for San Antonio, they've got Howard. Robertson is out there with Baylor. Then there's Mourning. And it's Porzingis in at the 3. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of this game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Well, think about it, guys. For years, the Raptors had been unable to translate all of that regular season success to dominance in the playoffs. But last season, they changed that narrative. Now it's, excuse me, we are the defending champion Toronto Raptors.
Now Durant. After the missed 3 from Oscar Robertson. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. 6 to shoot. Back to Kobe. From deep three-point range. Here's Russell, and Bill Russell slams it in.
And this is the problem. The length, the timing. Russell, one of the very best at corralling misses and turning them into points.
And then focus on playoff results, Doris, something that Toronto embraced, wouldn't you say?
Oh, my goodness, no doubt. We saw it in their methodical approach to the regular season. They were selective with their rest for Kawhi Leonard. They stayed patient. They built chemistry, and it turned into results, the ultimate results in June.
Frazier against Robertson. The 3 from Bryant. It's rebounded by Robertson. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Now here's Frazier after the miss from Elgin Baylor. Bryant looking over the floor, shoots from the elbow, and Davis can't get it to go. Baylor against Kobe. Outside Baylor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And, you know, beyond all the things Baylor gives you, he's an entertainer out on the floor. The acrobatics we see, something spectacular from this guy almost every game.
A different look now for San Antonio. Hayes, he's checked in for Mourning. Pippen comes in for Porzingis. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Robertson. And then for Toronto, Larry Bird's checked in for Durant. Paul George comes in for Kobe. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Frazier. The Raptors shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Free throw good, Bird.
Yeah, and every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. Folks, that's Larry Bird.
Paul Pierce is checked in for San Antonio. Now here's Rose. Shoots. Nice form on the 20-footer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pippen for 3. It's not going to go for him. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for San Antonio, Russell Westbrook out there with Pippen. Then there's Howard. Then it's Pierce. And it's Hayes in at the 4 spot. Pierce for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
His entire career, Dwight Howard has been an absolute force on the glass. Nice finish.
Westbrook against Rose. A rebound by the Spurs.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Pippen kicks to Westbrook over Davis, and Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. The Raptors making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. It's Pierce on the wing. No points in the game yet for him.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
You know, no question, Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
Spurs trail by 4. Pippen, the pass to Hayes. Pierce against Bird. Here's Robertson, and Davis sends it back. Pass to Bird. Lots of room. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Good work there as it goes.
In the painted area, it's where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
And here's Rose outside. Here's Davis. That Excellent D there from Pierce.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Pippen can't hit. Toronto, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And here's Kobe for 3, but they recover it. Poked away. Here's Gasol. Tries yet again. He can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Rose against Robertson. Over Rose. No good from Robertson. And it's Rose with the ball for the Raptors. Down low. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And then Oscar Robertson with the dunk.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Rose. Floats it up for Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Look, Kevin, no one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's the Raptors leading by just 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did... And that's a wrap.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Robertson. So for Toronto right now, they've got Anthony Davis. Bryant is out there with Frazier. Then it's Russell. And it's KD in at the small forward. There's the pass to Porzingis. Now here is Mourning. Pass to Robertson. Just 5 on the clock. Over Frazier. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Robertson's got the first basket of the second half here for the Spurs. Frazier against Robertson. Kobe with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And they pick up 2.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Robertson outside. And here's Porzingis for a 3. That one doesn't drop. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Frazier against Robertson. Now here's Frazier. Tight defense on him. And he gets it to go. Frazier's got the lead up to 4 now for Toronto. Robertson passes to Baylor. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Passes to Robertson. Here's Mourning. Over Davis. And Davis sends it back. Frazier scanning the floor. Mourning with some nice D.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Spurs. The Raptors also with a sub. George is checked in for 3. Westbrook. It's hauled in by Bill Russell. Raptors leading by 4. Inside, Durant. Good. Great play set up by Frazier.
Well, we know Kevin Durant can score from all 3 levels. That one, a chippy for him.
it's Westbrook with the drive. Nice D from Frazier. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Makes it off the glass. And now an 8-point Raptor lead.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
And here is Baylor. 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. Trying to end the drought. The shot, no good. And here's Bryant for 3. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And they get it to double digits just as we get set for the final quarter here.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Baylor. He's out there with Howard. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Pippen in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Pass to Howard. Pippen dishes to Howard. For 3, Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Outside Baylor. The pass to Pippen. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Baylor passes to Howard. Rose against Westbrook. He can't get that one to fall. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Another miss by Westbrook.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
Here's Rose. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And that is one of Derrick Rose's signature moves. May not be as fast as he once was, but boy, that explosive first step remains.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 13. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And the basket by Rose.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Raptors.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Davis.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Bryant finds Russell. Over Mourning. Mourning with some nice D.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Here's Robertson. The second effort. Here's Howard again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Now here's Kobe, and so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Anthony. Great win tonight. When you guys are rolling, what is your team?
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for
A 200 millas en un yaqui, si tú quieres te lo aquí, debajo del sol, a 200 millas en un yaqui, si tú quieres te lo aquí, debajo del sol, tempranito en la mañana, morning. Joining, ey, llegamos a la bichi, flow rikichi, dinero, me falta wichi, me siento rey pero richie, la nena me salió, tú no me quieres mi, el traje de baño no es tan caro, es de JCPenney, pero te con ti tenis, cualquier hora como a Denis, te pongo flow Kenny. Voy de nuevo, si no quieres, yo me atrevo, si es contigo yo me atrevo, a 200 millas en un yaqui, si tú quieres te lo aquí, yeah. Debajo del sol, a 200 millas en un yaqui, si tú quieres te lo aquí, debajo del sol, ey, que todos los se quemen, yo soy la ola, mejor ni remen, le pasé por encima con la agua y semen, ando de blanco entero, flow santero, la doña encima de mí como si cantara bolero, rumba buena timbalero, si tú quieres me caso contigo adentro de un velero, ey, o a 200 millas en un yaqui.
and a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Moses Malone. Then it's Harden, and then there's Antetokounmpo, and it's Hardaway in at the point. And for the Pelicans, T-Wade out there with Nash. Then there's Hill. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Interesting to see the Warriors not be prohibitive favorites coming into the season. You still have to give the Warriors a lot of credit for the run they've been on. 5 straight finals, something that we haven't seen since the 1960s with the Boston Celtics. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Nash against Hardaway. Here's Nash. 5 on the clock. Here's Wade. Chamberlain tipped back in for 2.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now here's Malone. And here's Harden. Out to Hardaway. The pass to Harden. Outside Hardaway. Abdul-Jabbar dishes to Harden. No good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And for the Warriors, a new opponent in the finals. First time, Brent, they didn't face the Cleveland Cavaliers.
First time no Cleveland, and first time for the Raptors appearing in the finals. And those injuries, Kevin, quite frankly, just too much to overcome. Very unfortunate to not see both teams at full strength at the most important time of the year.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for James Harden. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Hardaway.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Lillard. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Hill. Pass to Nash. Three-pointer. The Warriors pull it in. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Now here's Giannis. To end the run. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pelicans lead by 7. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility when things go.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Now, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Peyton. Marion is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Gilmore in at center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now, here's Lillard. Misses off the left iron. Ginobili looking around. Peyton left side. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
I'll throw in the obligatory two-time champion, a remarkable big man, Pau Gasol, who continues to add to his career.
New Orleans making a switch here. Monroe's checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Embiid. Mullen comes in for Kukoc. James Harden, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Irving subbed in for Damian Lillard. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Monroe against Irving. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 14. Here's Marion. Pass to Gilmore. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. It's hard.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow. Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Now here's Payton. That shot missing. Great D that time from Griffin.
And if they're thinking, they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
Mullen's shot is off.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Monroe with it, and Abdul-Jabbar picks him up defensively. And Gasol able to finish.
I mean, is it fair that Pau Gasol could stand on one block and rebound on the other? That's some length.
Harden against Payton. Harden with it. Pulls up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's New Orleans holding on to an 8-point lead heading in.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. Things were going New Orleans' way from the beginning. They showed tremendous effort, and that's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Warriors trail by 8. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Antetokounmpo, Harden out there with Hardaway. Then it's Kareem, and it's Malone in at the power forward.
And offensively, how do the Pelicans go from good to elite?
Well, raise your hand if you want more shooting. And I can see David Griffin raising his hand. That's what it's about for these guys. Tough to win in this league if you don't have the floor spacing. They're going to play at a great pace, but man, could they use a few shooters.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Here's Wade. The offensive rebound. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Warriors trail by 11. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Harden outside, jacks up a 3, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 7.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
Nash outside. Here's Hill. And the rejection by Giannis.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Hardaway, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Chamberlain, the pass to Olajuwon. No good on that one. So Golden State will take it the other way. Hardaway against Nash. Charity stripe shot. Hardaway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 5 to shoot. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. And the shot goes in. 5 points in the game.
And I'm a big fan of the awareness of Nash on the floor. A selfless player who's just fantastic at getting the ball to his open teammates in rhythm.
Malone gets the bucket.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Nash dishes to Olajuwon. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's New Orleans with it. Chamberlain kicks to Nash. Lets the three fly. Second chance shot. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. New Orleans on top, leading by just 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. They've got Olajuwon. Nash is out there with Dwayne Wade. And there's Hill. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5. That's the Pelicans 5. Nash kicks to Hill. Just 4 to shoot. And the pass to Wade. From deep. Giannis grabs the miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Passes it to Embiid to tie it up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one drops. He ties it up.
Now, he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Pass to Olajuwon. Olajuwon drawn the double team. To the inside. Here's Chamberlain. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Will off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Here's Lillard. That shot off. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Nash outside. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. 14 feet away, and the shot is good. And now a 4-point Pelican lead.
And that's the rub. I mean, as good as Olajuwon is on the blocks, he can be equally as effective from mid-range.
To the paint, Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Dwayne Wade.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And we know Klay Thompson is a top-tier shooter. He's got incredible form, a great release, but he's also unselfish by example and plays well within this system.
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Embiid. To the middle and stolen by Malone. Lillard against Nash. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors. Here's Nash. Malone with the block.
How about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection. You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Some changes for Golden State. James Harden, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Hardaway is subbed in for Lillard. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 1. Off target from outside. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Nash against Hardaway. Up top, Olajuwon. Hill passes to Chamberlain. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wade. Money!
Huge shot from Wade, doing exactly what they needed to on that possession.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
From deep, Harden. Off target from downtown. So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
That'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 5. 7 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Harden. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.
The game like a tool. Schooling the kids with no rules. Giving out go like a boost. Calling me king like a moon.